Hello, hello. All right, sorry about that. I needed to connect the right microphone because the one in the computer is awful. Let's just make sure that we are actually live and that we have got sound before we begin our game. Let's actually close out of YouTube because for some reason it makes me reset it. Right. Sorry about that. I needed to. Perfect. There we go. We are live. So let's go ahead and without further ado, see where we left off our game. Because oh my god, I'm seeing that we had a time limited optional mission, and what is this thing? Freeze? Oh no. Fortunately not. But okay, the size of the screen is normal. So let's see, let's try again. And it's actually a mission about like bad weather when you among Hagrid plan a meal, like a picnic, to cheer everybody up so that the weather doesn't get into their skin or under their skin so bad. So let's see. Why do I look like a ghost? Oh, it's because it's the color of the actions, like if they give you points of a club or just experience points. But since my silhouette was blue, I was like, why am I a ghost? Like, Hogwarts Mystery, when did you kill my character and why didn't you give me at least a notice? Okay, let's see. The more I understand why people feel how they feel, the more I can help. Very true. If you don't understand what's going on, how can you help? Right? New? Yeah, there's one new. Right? Those help here and there. Penny got upset when you asked her for advice of how to cheer Narl up. She said she felt upset about the weather and she needed space, but I still asked for help. Penny normally is so cheerful and joyful. I thought she would be excited with the opportunity to cheer up my Narl. I feel that I ruined it. Did I ruin it that is now? I mean, Penny is normally like that. It was hard to know that she wouldn't be open to it. Maybe for him it was like, hey, if you are feeling so upset, maybe this will help you. And he's not a malicious person, so it's not your fault, Barnaby. It was not fair that Penny unleashed her frustrations about the weather with you. Exactly. I know, but I still feel bad. I have to fix it somehow. Then come to Hagrid's picnic. If things go the way we expect, everyone will feel better. It's the perfect opportunity to talk to Penny and make amends. You're right. Then Narl and I will be there. I'm not a very good cook, honestly. I don't know what to bring. Any dish is fine, as long as it's enough to share with everybody. I don't even know recipes. Maybe I have to find one. I also have to think what dish I will take to the meal. Let's meet in the library later to find recipes and get organized. Thank you, Gladys. You're the best. You won't be able to fix things with Penny in the meal unless we know she's going to. I'm gonna look for Penny and invite her to the picnic before we meet to talk about recipes. Right? Barnaby, come to the requirement room if you wanna talk. Righty. See here, because maybe, just maybe, something gives energy, but nah, I don't think so. Need to defeat creatures, 3 more stars, and get energy from the castle. Huh. Let's see. Morphe's Riddle, because that eventually can give you energy when you complete it. See here. Friendly reminder, by the way, if you are having fun on the streaming, let me know with a like and subscribing to the channel, or even better, a comment so I can say hello to you. But let's see now. Oh, one more and we complete this damn thing and we get gems. We need the other one. How much for energy? They still sell it? Yes, but 145, jeez. So you buy it one time in your life and you still get the higher price forever? That really blows. Hopefully this one will be the one we need though. Cross your fingers that it will. Ah, it's from another one. Not really blows, but I should have figured it's a 3-1 that we need. Oh, get out, get out. Ooh. Is it the same one or is it just a similar one? Oh well, let's take a look. So, you know what? Since we have to get energy from the objects of the castle anyways, let's head to the secret clubhouse. I'm not gonna bother with the potion game just yet because we have only 3 pink ones, and that game loves to demand you for a lot of pink ones, but barely giving you any in the interactions, like in the actions you complete during the quest. So it's challenging because of that. Not because the puzzle is hard, but because you don't get access to the majority of the pieces. And that's the one thing I criticize about mobile games that use microtransactions to sustain sometimes. That in order to encourage players to pay money, sometimes it's more challenging because of how rare it is to get the items if you don't pay for them, than because of how hard it is to earn them playing. You know, it's impossible sometimes. But I don't know what you guys think about things like that, and I would love to know your opinion in the comments here or in any of my videos, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one feeling this way about things regarding microtransactions. We need to also go see our animals. On our plants. So actually, let's go ahead and do that. One more level and she will love us. I mean, since her name is Hikari, I have always thought that she is a female. Although now that I'm watching Alice in Borderland with Mr. Midnight, very recommended by the way, I'm liking it. I actually saw a character there that he's a guy and his name, well, she's a trans woman, but before her transition, his birth name was Hikari and she was born a man. So I don't know, I guess Hikari is not female exclusive name. Oh no, I picked 2 and I wanted 3. Sorry, baby, I accidentally put you on a diet. I will compensate you next time. And I will never get over that. I know I already said something about it last streamings, but it's just so adorable. I can't. Too much cuteness. This is Midnight exploding. 3, 2, 1. Let's go see our plantsies. Wait. Why do I have a notification? Grades? No, because of the quests. Ooh. All right. Perfect. Let's see what's next. This doesn't give energy, so let's find one that does. Plague. Alright, so let's pick Mosaic. Because Acromantulas can actually be a plague. Deborah Vivar reports that Mosaic has arrived safely to Witch's Heart. Deborah Vivar from Witch's Heart was looking for a different creature. Oh, but reports that maybe they will make everything work anyways. Really? Then what the hell do you want? Because they are never happy when I send plagues. Anyone have an idea of it? Because I have sent my Plimpy, that's from the lake, that is even described as plague, you know, like for sea people. Then I have sent my fairy, that sometimes they like it and sometimes they don't. I have sent my Acormantula, that same result. Sometimes I don't get what they want. Pages. It's not hard to play with the cursor, with the mouse, but I'm a little more used to the touch, you know, because I used to play this thing in tablet, in iPad, but since it's the iPad Air third generation, at this point is outdated as hell, or outdated, very much better said, as hell, and therefore it still runs the game, but crashing like it was fun. So that's partly why it took me so long to stream it, for one. But also, everything is better to stream it from the computer because the streaming apps for the iPad and the phone, I don't know what others' experience are with them, but I was not happy at all. Whatever game I was playing, it would crash and crash at the first 2 minutes. You know, sometimes without me even playing the game yet. Giant squid. Yay! Bruno Mirantes, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Sorry, I just saw your message. I hope I didn't make you wait so much. How's it been? Let's see how we do with this energy and how far it gets us talking to Penny. Like, thank you, Bruno. Thank you so much. If you guys are having fun, likes do help, as Bruno says. And thank you, I appreciate it. Double heart. Oh, Penny? Hi, Gladys. I am sorry you have to see me like this. I didn't want to interrupt. I can go if you need to be alone. Don't leave. I just feel... I don't know. I haven't been myself lately. Weather has me in a bad mood and I am taking it out on the people I love the most. Barnaby asked me for help and I answered wrong. I was so rude. Barnaby also feels bad about it. He shouldn't. Everything was my fault. I can't believe that a couple of gloomy days are affecting me this way. No, it does happen. There's also more, but it's hard to talk about it. When I do it, I end up lashing out on others. Feelings can be like that, especially when we do not express them. Yeah, cheers to that. Amen to that. You wanna talk? I'm here to listen to you. You don't have to bottle anything up with me. Thank you, Gladys. I think I do have a lot of things in my mind. Same as my MC says that to Penny, I say the same to you guys, by the way, anything you need. No one should bottle up what they feel, ever. Mara, how are you? Good, and you? Nice to see you here. Let's see now how many chances we get to gather a couple energy units like that. But I'm glad there's people in the chat, so we don't have to stare just at a fucking ad running. Because it is helpful to recover some energy units, but it's annoying that you have to see through ads. And I'm trying to not click on them because I think the more you interact with them, the more they appear, and that's annoying. Are you in the mission of, or in the quest of dinner with Hagrid? What the hell? Yeah, I'm in that one precisely, but why did the game crash? Give me 2 seconds to reopen the game, guys. What in the world? Give me a second, because now it crashed and it doesn't want to open again. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, it is a quest of Hagrid's picnic or dinner. Are you on that one too, Bara? How's it going? It doesn't take us long to. All right. You see, it's loading, but sorry about that. I have no idea why it happened, but hopefully it will behave. While that thing is loading, I just want to check out of curiosity if the CPU is not getting oversaturated. That should be better. But it takes forever to load. What the hell? I'm gonna start bringing posters like in SpongeBob, like 2 hours later, 3 hours later. The former narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one. I don't know if I can finish that quest. There are 4 stages and there's waiting time between quests. They give very little time to do them. Yeah, no, I hate the waiting time because that can really be the difference. Actually, we are gonna use one-time candy for this because we don't need the bonus stars, and I'm also delayed in the mission exactly for what Barbara says. Ever since we've had this horrible weather, people have gone to you for advice of how to feel better. Exactly. I love helping people, but it's a lot of pressure. I also feel gloomy lately. Yeah, no, how do you make people feel better if you don't feel good? You can't pour from an empty cup. You told Barnaby that you wanted to be alone, but he kept asking for advice. Everything was too much, and Barnaby shouldn't have insisted. I didn't want to tell him, yes, it's all your fault, but he did have a little responsibility. I yelled at him and I left angry. I feel stupid for being angry for something like that. I'm complaining that my friends trust me to feel better. Am I exaggerating, Gladys? No, I mean, it's valid to feel too. No, I understand you. You are not exaggerating. You also have the right to feel bad. Sometimes you cannot give everything for others. You also have to take care of you. If you don't do it, you cannot help anyone. Exactly. Thank you for understanding, Gladys. Even so, I want to do everything possible to help my friends. I thank you for listening. I feel a little better after having spoken to you. Of course, what are friends for? That's the spirit. Now I feel ready to cheer my friends up again. If only this weather wasn't so horrible, I don't know what to do about it. I might have an idea. Hagrid and I are organizing a picnic to cheer everyone up. That's a great idea. I want to know all the details. Details. I should talk about that with Hagrid. We haven't solved those details yet. It's okay. I'm sure everything will be alright. In the meantime, I will think of something nice to take. I better go to Hagrid's cabin to organize the details of the picnic. Right? Hey, daily agenda completed. Meet me in my cabin to grab a cup of tea. We need to organize a picnic. I have noticed that the game makes quests, longer quests every time. And the only thing that that makes is for one to like miss out or hold off on participating on the events or leave them incomplete because it's very expensive to ask for more time totally. And since they put time limited optional quests so often, even if you want to be spending over and over, it's unsustainable for the majority of people to do it that many times in a row. So yeah, I think it's not the best choice because some of them even have 5 stages or 5 tasks on some, and shit, I don't know if I'm gonna complete it either. I'm super behind. I mean, let's give it our best, but it's unlikely. And you know what? Let's go to the dorm to grab energy from the pets, since that's the only points we haven't used yet. Gladys, if you tell anybody how much I care about you, I'll turn you into a snail. Right. See now. But yeah, Barra does have a point. I mean, I love the time limited optional quests. They are one of my favorite parts of this game. But it's awful to be able to complete that few of them because of how unlikely it is to have the time to focus on them for that long. You know, for me to have 4 free days in a row nowadays, 4 in a row it's impossible. One, sure, two, maybe, but 4 in a row, that would mean to not help Mr. Midnight at all in 4 days, and I don't like that. You know, so whether it's for playing, for working, it's hard, you know, to have that much time in a row to focus on the same thing without breaks. Hey Gladys, hey Hagrid. I could talk to Barnaby and Penny. The two are excited to come to our picnic. Great, we have 2 guests. But we still have to invite more people. We should also make more plans for our food. I thought the same. When Penny asked for details, I realized that we have not decided yet. I have tea ready. Let's have a cup and think what we are going to do. Yay! Oh no, 8 hours, that's not good. More pink! Let me mute this thing so I can read the chat. I have to wait 8 hours for a mission. It simply does not make sense to make somebody wait 8 hours if there's only 3 days to complete the event. No, don't tell me for this one there's an 8 hour wait at one point. No, that's ridiculous. I mean, as you say, in a 3 day time frame or even 4, saying that you have to wait one entire third of the day. I mean, what are people supposed to do? To be playing while they are at work, while they are driving, while they are sleeping? To be able to complete the damn things? I mean, I don't know. I understand that mobile games, especially the ones that are free, need a way to sustain. And it's with the ads, but it's also with the microtransactions. But to make them almost indispensable to be playing money, to be able to advance in the game or get the collectibles, as Barra says, with many players, including myself, many times than not, it makes you say, you know what, then I'll pass on that. Because nowadays, I don't know if I told you or not, but our car broke down, the transmission broke down, and it was expensive to fix it, obviously. So nowadays, less than ever, I would think, or would I think, let's spend a stupid amount of money on microtransactions in a game, you know? We don't need that. But even if we cracked money, you know, it's just awful to have the player be almost forced to make those microtransactions. That's just not right. You know, giving the option, sure, but making it indispensable, that's just not right. I would even prefer it for it to be like in Fortnite, that the things that they charge you are skins, customizations, things that you can very well live without to be able to play, instead of the playability itself to some extent. I love the jingles like for commercials of things like that because I'm sure they think of them it's like cute or catchier, but I personally, maybe with a couple of exceptions, find them a little annoying. Come on, where's the X? There we go. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm sorry, but I will not turn them down because of how far behind I am with the advance on that event. I'm genuinely worried that I will not finish it, but it's kind of cute, you know, and it's with Hagrid. I'm guessing it increases your friendship with him, but I've been busy as hell. How the fuck am I supposed to complete quests like that? And nowadays it will be a little more because it's peak season for Mr. Midnight beginning this week, which means that he's working on Sundays too. So he's gonna need an extra hand in the store, yes or yes. He didn't want to take more of my time, but at one point I told him, you know what, I'm seeing how your work is exhausting you. I am gonna be more time in the store, and it's not a question. Unfortunately, he agreed because as much as I appreciate him trying to leave my time designated for my work as untouched as possible, I do feel that when he's going through peak season and is so much more labor intensive on his body, it's not fair for me to keep my comfort zone intact at the expense of him not even resting enough, you know? You know, of course, I also need to rest, but so does he. But now, we have zero energy and we need to complete several more quests. So, hell, let's see now. We are in part 4 of 4 bot, or in task 4 of 4 bot of part 1 of 4. All right. Let's try the chocolate frogs first, I guess. Oh. Coins. And see what happens. Yeah. Not near from the 30. We have another attempt, so no, we don't have enough. Damn it. All right, let's go see the animals. To start trying to gather coins. See how it goes. By the way, I don't remember if you say it in any video, but for people that sometimes are short on time, this tip is good. Let's read you. Oh, give me a second to interact with another creature while I read you. Trying to multitask here. When one is going to start a mission of 8 hours and decides not to do it because it's time to rest or going to work, the best you can do is start it and let the time run out. Yes, I did say it in the tips for time limited optional quests. I precisely said that. In those cases, I let the time run out on purpose because that way, when you retry it, they reimburse you units of energy. Totally agreed. Cheers to Barra for having noticed that too. I think 50 more. No, actually, we need 100 more at least to have enough. And it's going to suck if we get 25. I'm gonna be angry. Please give me more than 25, baby. Oh my god! What the hell is up with the sense of humor of this game sometimes? Because when you repeat it, when you do have time, the activity costs less energy precisely because you get reimbursed. Then one mission that costs 100 energy, now it's 60 or 70. Exactly. Exactly as Mara says. And with any duration, especially 8 hours, that tip helps a lot. But even if it's with longer ones or shorter ones, 3 or 1, that still helps. Because sometimes you think you're gonna have the time now, but something comes up and the time runs out, and it still helps because you recover energy. Alright, since we are already here, let's do the other 2 creatures, see what happens. And then we go back. Ooh, yay! I mean, for 1 unit of energy, I am going to prioritize the coins. If they are 9, whole other story. Because that's rare. Goodie. So, let's go here. Oh, still not the 30 ones. Do we have? No, we do not have enough pages. Let's see now. You know what? It doesn't give coins, but yeah, the plants are doing horrible. We need to go see them. It also happens to me that they only offer 25 goals or 5 points of an ability, and that's like a kick in the crotch, right? In Spanish, una patada en los huevos. I hate when they offer those prizes. It's like, if you are going to give me that shit, don't give me anything at all. Because it feels like that exactly. Oh, right, since we harvested, we need to also fertilize and water once more for it to start growing again. And I wish plants gave you something similar. Even if they don't give you harvest, at least a few points of attributes or a few coins or something, because it is a little tedious, especially the more you have. But I don't like to neglect them. Even if they don't die, they just stop giving you to harvest. It still feels bad to neglect them because thanks to Mr. Midnight, I discovered I do have a green thumb after all. Psycho Akira, hi, how are you? And Lady Midnight, how are you? Good, and you, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. Think one more, yeah. Oh, the sweet mouth that we got from the event where Leah Lee substitutes Madame Sprout or Professor Sprout. All right, it's better. Let's see if, okay, no, we are not near getting energy points from gloves. Let's exchange here. Oh, from the sweet mouth, nice. We need a venomous tentacula or an explosive mushroom. But we could get at least ink bottles and give it a go. You know what? It's 5 pages. Let's see if that gets us closer. Oh, damn it, we don't have enough. All right. Oh, jeez. Forget about the ink bottles, damn it. Oh. Oh, no, it's using pages to get fertilizer, so no. All right. Let me see one thing real quick. How many time caramels do we have? Okay, so the yellow ones, we don't have as many, and we are gonna need 48-hour mission. Let's get over here again. I no, didn't wanna do that. Out of curiosity, let's see how far away we are from advancing level with Merula, since I accidentally or subconsciously maybe pressed that. When I started playing, I got very stressed that they always gave so little rewards, and one knowing that between the reward options are books. Those never disappear, and it's more desperate when you only need one miserable red book to get a new pet. Totally agreed. I like books too because of that reason. That planting has me in love. I'm very bad taking care of real plants, but virtuals are good. I'm better. I get it. I was the same until Mr. Midnight taught me how to take care of them. And it's very similar to what Madame or Professor Sprout says, that in order to take good care of a plant, it's important to understand its needs, you know? And obviously plants are not gonna talk Spanish or English to you, but they still communicate in a way, you know, how the way you're treating them is sitting with them. Oh, give me a second, guys, in the chat, cause this is timed. And as said, I'm getting used to not using the touch on the iPad, but my iPad is so updated or outdated that the game crashes like it was fun. It happens to me the other way around. The plans I have at home are fine, but the game one are have been dead for a month. Poor virtual plans, but good that the real ones are fine. I hate this. You know what? Yeah, no, screw it. I don't like scaring him. I know Marilla's not gonna like it, but I don't like the idea of pleasing her by scaring an animal. So you wanna be with me, Marilla, you'll have to understand. I love animals more than Ace Ventura. You didn't even try to scare him because I shouldn't. I didn't expect Hagrid's dog to ruin our date. Why would he ruin it? Are you seriously worried that a dog sees it? Oh well. Let's now get where we were supposedly going. Oh, come on, no more ads. Oh, you know what?
Hydrated skin is a game changer.
I thought it would have energy, but no. I mean, coins help, I guess, but I wanted our energy. Oh well. I guess at least it will help a little bit, one way or the other. So... And actually this one I do kind of want because I'm saving gems for a Venom's Tentacula. But I still need more. And problem are precisely these events, as Vara says, that you keep spending and spending and spending gems to complete some of them that are actually important for you. And that's why in the guide about that microtransactions, I advise to be selective, because if you spend money on everything that you can in these games, you can go bankrupt when you least expect it. Right, I guess let's try the potion game. Here you are. See if we can unlock this. It's like a slug, right? Ooh, good guess. That's a pain in the ass to find sometimes, the smaller ones. Alright, we're just missing this one. I guess we'll have to go back to the reserve to see if we get a few more coins or energy units, because we are almost done with the indispensable stars, and then we use a 10 caramel to advance the 7 hours. Because yeah, those waiting times are ridiculous. Between the waiting time in between quests and sometimes for the bonus stars time to finish, for the 8-hour lasting quests, it's like, dude, you're making me lose entire days just waiting. You know, if you add up just with 3 8-hour lasting tasks, if you don't do anything for the time to advance faster, that's 24 hours there, that's an entire day. So it is very disproportionate for them to have at least one, if not two, of those 8-hour lasting tasks per stage of these quests, like in a lapse of 4 days at the most that they give you to complete them. And if you also have to be waiting 3 hours or 6 hours in between tasks, that's like, no, dude, you're killing me here. I love how he pokes it with the bone of his wings. This chair, by the way, I got it from my friend Samantha, that she was selling it on her personal Facebook, and it's very comfortable. I needed an upgrade because I was sitting on a wooden stool before, since I was not prepared to have a decent desk so soon, and thanks to Mr. Midnight, I got the one I'm using for working nowadays. But sitting on a stool is not good for your ass or your back after a while, so I'm very happy with my chair. That's much more comfortable to stream or to work. And actually, I think I need to upload a photo of the desk, because obviously you cannot see it. It's where the computer is sitting, basically. But I like it very much. And it comes with a LED light that you can switch the color, and that's one of my favorite parts of it. Oh, yay, 1,000! I love when that happens. Oh, yay! That definitely helps as well. I mean, maybe not immediately, but gems on the long run help a lot. Let's see if the one unit that we have is enough. If not, we will come back. But I feel it's better taking breaks in between with the pets, because otherwise it becomes a little tedious. Oh, good. Good, good. So yeah, let's advance the time. I do not want to wait 7 hours. We have decided the more important details. Let's go through them once more. We'll do the meal in the Great Hall. It has enough space for all our guests. I would like for a meal like this to be outside, but weather simply is not good for it. We'll have to get the butterbeer. I will go see Mrs. Rosemary and ask for some. She surely will be happy to help you, as long as she's not too busy. With this weather, she is surely saturated with clients that are looking for a place to be dry. Everyone will bring a dish for the meal, and that includes me. I need to think what I'm going to make. I'm sure you'll pick something delicious, Gladys. In my case, I will make my famous rock cakes. I feel that somebody should tell him that no one likes them because they hurt the teeth, but I don't know if I want to do so. Barnaby asked me for help to pick a recipe to take. I will meet him in the library later. He said he will take Narl to the meal. Not all our guests will be wizards and witches. I will take Fang, of course. I also have in mind another special guest, a creature from the Magic Reserve. Yay! That surely will keep things interesting. What kind of magic creature will you take? I'm not sure yet. I was hoping you would help me choose. Yes! What magical creature should I take to the meal, Gladys? Sniffler, Bowtrockle, or Fairy? What do you think? Let's see. Out of the three, Bowtrockle is my favorite. So, yeah, I vote for Bowtrockle. Maybe you should take one or two Bowtrockles. Great idea, Gladys. A couple of Bowtrockles will enchant our visitors, our guests. I just hope they don't take one of the tables as their home or their home tree, or they could get a little defensive. I was going to suggest Chimera. I think it's the same in English, but the idea sounds more appropriate. Chimera in the Great Hall could cause a few problems. Hagrid, if it goes out of control, yeah, it gets aggressive. Guess you're right. I love them, but it would be a little dangerous. We have our plans. Now we have to finish inviting whomever we want in the meal. I would send owls, but I don't want to make them go through this horrible weather. I will invite everyone in person. It has gone well so far. Gives you the chance to chat and update with each other. Then let's keep inviting them in person. I have a guest list prepared for you. I will go visit the rest of the people off the list to invite them to the meal. Maybe you want to begin with Sonkos. Songs and Tulip told me they were heading there a while ago. I better hurry up and meet them. All right. Ooh, and more coins. That's helpful. All right. So it's an hour wait. But actually, one ad, and we don't have to wait for an entire hour. Fortunately, now the ads, when you use them to skip waiting times, they skip 60 minutes now, not 20, because same thing, it was very tedious to have to watch 3 ads to skip an hour. You know, and I'm glad that the game is at least catching up on those details and kind of meeting the player halfway, I would dare to say, at least not leaving it exactly as it was. So hopefully it will start improving in other senses sooner than later. Because it is a good game. I hardly think it needs these things. You know, like these dirty ways to do microtransactions. We're getting back to the reserve. Let's see if we can at least locate where this one is. I think the only plausible places could be either here or here, but we are out of pink ones again. So we actually do need the reserve once more. What was the last one that we visited? It was the lake, so let's go to the Rocky Mountains and see how much it takes us to get. I think it's about 1,500 or give or take that we need. Ugh. God damn it, and the Reynosa was right. It's nasty the way the troll eats. Who in their good senses would think, yummy dirt from my armpit, the best ingredient for dishes. Yuck. Yuck forever. By the way, question for the Midnighters from the Spanish channel that I will have to address this later on today, but it's possible while Mr. Midnight is on peak season that I might, it's not for sure, but I might have to stream a little earlier in Spanish, like start at 6:30. Would that be okay? Or would you rather me start at 7:30 as normal, but maybe lasting a little less if Mr. Midnight were to close early? I ask you because Saturdays from here until January are going to be the only day that he rests. So if he comes home and is hungry or tired or anything, I would prefer to not have him wait for me to stream so often. You know, at least not while he's on peak season. love how this little baby's tongue gets stuck on the piece of wood. It's very cute. We'll see now our dragons in the volcanic land. We need 1,025 more. I hate when it takes so many amount of, or such a big amount of critters to get a couple coins. I mean, it's nice that the item is attainable a couple times in the game without having to necessarily pay money for it. But I hate how long it takes sometimes. Because more than the amount of critters is tedious to have to go through each one individually, and if you use the massive feeding function, you do get coins, but not as many as you can by going individually. And once you use the massive feeding function, the possibility to feed critters is blocked for 7 hours, so that's why I don't. But it's tedious when it takes basically all the critters to get enough for one purchase of chocolate frogs. And as you can see, I'm very short on books this time around to purchase pages with those. Give next land is a little more generous. So let's go to the Augury first, since he's the first one in the damp. Nice. That's more like it. Oh, clicked out of the game. It's funny how I love dog bugs here because I find this one kind of cute, but I hate them in Hogwarts Legacy because of the way they pile up in packs of 5 or 6 at once. Let's get to the crepuscular land now. From left to right in this case, so Shabbat first. I love how he becomes bigger to eat his meat. I guess it makes sense, it would be a little big for the little version. 600 more and we are good to go. See what happens here. Actually, 500 more. Barra is back. Welcome back, Barra. Here's to Barra for coming back. I'm trying to get a few coins because I'm out of energy again. And out of energy retiring points. I already used all of them, pets included. They should increase the size of the Secret Club house because I have more trophies that I cannot place because there's no room for them anymore. Dang it, I knew they would make us go to another week. I had to go for a while to help make a hole in a board or hold the board. And why did they need to make a hole on it? Like to hang something on it, or like in karate that you punch it to make a hole? I like how he makes the food levitate. What I don't like is how this thing rubs against the wall. I think I need to push my desk a little further. Because the squeak is like, stop! It's like I didn't crap when SpongeBob's boots squeak. I love how he cooks his meat. You know what? Since it's only 25 units of energy or of coins, let's go to the seashore or to the open sea and see if the rest of the creatures have enough coins to complete the 3,250. They should, I hope, at least. I really hope I didn't speak too soon. And it would blow if they don't. I love the opalegia, I do too, it's beautiful. It is described as the most beautiful kind of dragon. And I think all the dragons are beautiful personally, but that one is definitely at least on the top ones, you know, of the most beautiful ones. I also like the swooping evil in this creature. Has an interesting design. Oh yay, good boy! Oh. Giant squid is the last one, and I don't know if 200 will be enough. I think so, right? See what happens. I'm nervous. Yay! Good boy! All right. Have at least one more attempt with the chocolate frogs. Oh, wait. See here. All right, that's more like it. That's much more like it. Let's head here. Hogwarts students nowadays do not have the respect of the older generations. Or to the older generations. Do not alter, please. Next week I will have more hitting boomerangs. I never met such a rude witch. It was a very good breather thing, that goodbye thing. I loved it. Thank you, Vara. Vara knows me for a while, and he knows that when it comes to animals, I'm worse than Ace Ventura. Thank you for noticing that. Hi, Gladys Valka. Don't mind us, we are just planning a revenge. That rude witch called us immature girls and took the last one of the hitting boomerangs. We can't let an offense like that stay like that. Our reputation, our answer will be fast and implacable. Don't you think you would feel better if you left this behind and joined Hagrid and me to enjoy a meal? That sounds charming. Yes, charming, but for now we have to think of revenge. Some say that revenge is a play that is better ate cold or served cold, after you had a chance to relax and think things through. I say that revenge is always better served hot and immediate when emotions are still hot. Maybe the answer is a flying disc with fangs, a biting cop, or a bunch of stinky bombs. Let's chat. Maybe there's a more reasonable way to solve this. Let's make a plan. Hopefully that doesn't get the attention of the security magic department. Alright. I think this will be the last action of the day. Possibly because after the potion game I don't have another way to get energy. But let's see how far we get. Because I would like to finish this quest besides the streaming and what have you. I'm gonna finish this quest. It's kind of sweet, you know, the thought of Hagrid to make a special meal to cheer people up. Streak Vara for a while. Getting along bad with that pair, Tulip and Tonks, it must be a very serious thing. It's better definitely to have them as friends. Yeah, I really wouldn't want to be their enemy. Oh no! Forget about it. We are not even gonna get these ones yet because I don't have more pink ones and we need 3. So then I guess then that would be all for today, guys, because I have no way to purchase more chocolate frogs anymore. And I need 3 more pink bottles of potions or potion bottles to continue the potion game. But for now, I hope everybody had fun. For now, Mrs. Midnight loves you. Hope to see you next time. And it is possible, by the way, for the Spanish community that streaming may start either at 6:30 or at 7, depending on how soon I'm ready, because of what I told you about Mr. Midnight closing shop. So I will let you know. For now, Mrs. Midnight loves you. Hope to see you next time and wishes you a rest of your